Today we are going to study about divide multi-digit whole numbers. Now the first question is what we understand by the whole numbers. Whole numbers are actually 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. They are all whole numbers. Why they are whole numbers? Because there is no decimal in them. So that's why they are said to be the whole numbers. Now, multi-digits, whole numbers, right? Now, it could be 24, it could be 453. So, multi-digit, many digits can be divided by the whole numbers. Let's try to understand that what you will study and how will you study. You will study how to divide up to a 3-digit divisor using the standard algorithm without remainder, and also with remainder we will study later. But if the question is given to you in which it is written that 24 is divided by the 4. Okay. So what is divided by? This is the number which you have to divide. So that's why this number will be written inside this year. And this is said to be dividend. So the name of this number which you have to divide is called dividend. Now, with whom or with which number you want to divide? You want to divide this dividend by 4. So, what is this for? So, the number which is used for the division is said to be divisor. Now, you know that 4 times 6 is 24. So, you will write when you multiply which number you will multiply by 4 to get that 24. So, you know that 4 times 6 is 24. So, is can be written under that 24. So, is will be written here. Then what do? You subtract. So, 4 minus 4 is 0 and 2 minus 2 is 0. So, here when it is left 0, it means there is no remainder. Now, what do we call this 6? This 6 is the answer and it is said to be quotient here. So, in a division, we must have a dividend, a divisor, a quotient. If the answer in the end comes as 0, so it is said to be that the completely you divide everything and there is no remainder. Let's try to find. Now, before you try to find anything, you remember one thing, that your times table should be strong. Look at this 4. I am writing over here just for you. 4 times 1, 4 times 2, 4 times 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. You must know the times table of 4. So I am writing here the times table of 4. It means skip counting for the 4. So use 4 times 1 is 4. Then skip counting. So 4, then 8, 8 plus 4, 12, then 12 plus 4, 16. Then keep adding the 4, 4, 4 so that you will get the times table of 4. Then 24. Then you will have 28, then 32, then 36 and in the end 4 times 10 is 40. Now the question is, how many times does this 32 goes in the table of 4? So you can see here 4 times 8 is 32. So this 8 you will write on the top, right? Now read it. 8 times 4 is 32. So whatever you will get, you will write under this 32. Okay. Now 32 minus and then subtract it. 32 minus 32 is 8. So where is the quotient? Quotient is 8, which is your answer. Now let's try to read this 8 times table of 8. So we know 8 times 1 is 8. Then skip counting for the 8. So it is 16, then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. So we will write the table times table of 8. Memorize better, okay, rather than writing it, memorize. Skip counting for 8. So 8 plus 8 is 16, then 24, 32, 40, 48 and then what? 48, then we have, yes, 56, then 64, 72 and 80. Now check how many times that 72 goes in the table of 8. You can see here. So 8 times 9 is 72. So you write the 9 on the top, multiply 8 times 9, 72. So 72 you write under it, then subtract it. 72 minus 72 is 0. So where is the quotient? 9 is the quotient. So this is the way we divide. Now, before we solve, let's try to find that if it is 240 and divided by 8. Okay, we know already the table of 8, right? So I'm writing 8, 16, 24. I'm not writing too much. If I get the 24, I will not write much. Okay, now what we will write inside? This first number we will write inside dividend. The divisor we write outside. Now it is first of all 8, right? Read. Does this 2 goes in the table of 8? No, this 2 doesn't goes in the table of 8. Okay, we can write 0 just for you. I don't need to write 0, but I am writing 0 because this 2 doesn't goes in the table of 8. Then read. Now it becomes 24. Does 24 goes in the table of 2? Yes. What is it? 24. So how many times? 3 times. So we write here 3. Now 3 times 8 is 24. I write here. Now I subtract here. So 24 minus 24 is 0. Bring this 0 down. But before you bring, because it is a 0 number and after it there is nothing, so put the 0 on the top and put this 0 here. So your answer is not 3, your answer is 30. So the answer is 30. 30 is your quotient. Let's try one more. Now let's suppose it is 248. Let's see this thing. 48. Now this is my question. Now let's try again. Let's do the same thing. Table of 8. Okay. Now does 2 goes in the table of 8? No. So put the 0 on the top. Okay. Now see this. Does now this 24 goes in the table of 8? Yes, it goes. How many times? 3 times, right? So we write here 3 on the top. Okay. And count it. Here I wrote the 3. Count it. 3 times 8. Here we multiply, right? Everything we multiply. 3 times 8 is 24. So under the 24, I write 24. Then what do? We subtract. 4 minus 4 is 0. 2 minus 2 is 0. Now this 8 is not a 0 that you bring it up, right? So bring it down. Now read again the table of 8. Now how many this 8 goes in the table of this 8? So you know here 8 times 1 is 8. So we write here 1. Multiply 1 times 8 is 8. Right under it. That's all. Subtract. 8 minus 8 is 0. So what is your answer? This 31 is your quotient answer. Let's try more questions. Look at this one. An experimental airplane is flying at an altitude. Altitude means height of 8,000 feet. Here 8,000 feet. When it begins descending means it is started going down. To land, if the plane descends at a constant rate of 125 feet per minute, means it will descend 125 feet in each minute, how long it will take to land the plane. So what they are saying, that 8000 divide by 125. Okay, let's try this one now. Now, 125 is a very huge number and it is difficult to memorize the times table. So what do? We write here 125. It is 1. Okay, 125 plus 125. Okay, you add it. 5 plus 5. 5 plus 5 is 0. Okay, let me write it with the red. It is 0 and 1 carry. 2 plus 1 and 2 is 5. 1 plus 1 is 2. Then again add 125 until you get some significant number. Okay, now again write it. 0 plus 5 is 5. 5 plus 2 is 7. 2 plus 1 is 3. Again add 125. Keep adding 125. Okay. Then again make it 5 plus 5, 0. Okay, 5 plus 5 is 0. 10, it means 0 down, 1 up. 7, 8, 9, 10, 0 down, 1 up. 3, 4 and 5, 500. Then again add 125 in it. What you will write? 5. Here 2, 5 plus 1 is 6. Okay, this one I am writing in this one. Whatever I get, I write it here. Then again add 125 over here. Okay, add it again. What you will get? 5 plus 5, 10. 0 down, 1 up. 2, 2, 4 and 1, 5. And 6 plus 1, 7. I need actually here 800. So I am keep adding again. So again write 125. Add them. What you will get in the end? You will get 5, 5, 6, 7 and 7, 8, 75. And keep going on and on and on. Now let's check how can we start working it. Okay. Now, does this 8 goes in the table of 125? No. So put the 0. So now it becomes 80. Does 80 goes in the table of 125? No. So again put the 0 up. Now 800. Does this 800 goes in the table of 125? Look, these are the number 125, 250, 375, 500, 625, 750, 875. Okay. Now, does this goes in the table of 125? Let's see. I have 750 that goes in the table of 125, which is smaller than 100, 800, and 875 goes in the table of 8, 125, but it is bigger. So I always focus on the small number. How many times? 1 time, 2 time, 3 time, 4 time, and 5 times. So on getting 5, multiply 5 times 125 gives us 750. Subtract. Now you can't, 0 minus 0 is 0. Now you can't subtract the 5 from the 0. So borrow 1 from your neighbor. So it becomes 10 and it becomes 7. 10 minus 5 is 5 and 7 minus 7 is 0. Now this is alone 0, right? So we bring it down. Okay. Now it becomes what? It becomes 500. Look at this. Do I have 500 in my answer or in my table? No, I have here 500. Yes. How many times? 1 time, 2 time, 3 time. So I write here on the top 3 and below I write 500. Subtract mine 0, 0, 0. So what is my answer? 53. Okay, so my answer is 53. Now they are asking you estimate the quotient. So we know that the answer is 53. How do you find it? By dividing 800 by 125. Now, can you just estimate it? Okay, estimate, right? You don't give us the correct answer, just estimate it. How can we do it? Let's suppose 125, right? Can I make the 125 or round off to 100? Yes, I can round off to 100, okay? And 100 divided by 8,000. So I will get 100 times 8 is 800. And this 0 I have alone, so it is 80. Okay, so this is also a way to estimate our answer. but the actual answer is 53. Now no need to do these parts separately, but I will tell you. How do you decide where to place the first number of the quotient? How do you divide? Of course, by dividing the dividend by the divisor, we get the answer. The answer should be equal to or less than the dividend, and that way we understand where to put the quotient and how many quotient we will get it. Now how long will it take for the plane to land? So of course it will take 53 minutes to land. How can you use your estimate to check if your answer is reasonable? So look at this. My answer is 80 and my actual answer is 53. It is close. It's not exactly same, but they are close. 80 minutes or 53 minutes. That is not a too much difference. So my answer is reasonable. Now everything is for your understanding. Only you must know how to divide the answers. Trevor runs laps on the track. If he runs 9,200 meter total, each lap is 400 meters. So how many laps does he learn? Does he run? Let's see here. I write here 9200 and here 400. Okay, so divide the 9200 by 400. Now look at this one, right? 90 is a 3-digit number. 400 is also a 3-digit number. So better to take, if the divisor, this is divisor, right? If the divisor is 3 numbers, so inside also you find out 3 numbers, not the 2 numbers. Okay, now let's try to write the times table of 400. So keep adding the 400. 400 plus 400, it's 800, right? It is 800. But you need actually 920. Again add the 400. So what do you get? It is 1200. Now this 1200 is bigger than 920. So how many times you add? 1 time, 2 times and 3 times. Let's see here. So 400, this is 920. So are you going to take the bigger number, this, or a smaller number? Of course, I will take the smaller number. How many times? 1 time and 2 times. So I will write on the top 2. 2 times 400 gives me 800. Subtract 0 minus 0, 0, 2 minus 0, 2, 9 minus 8, 1. Bring this 0 down. What do we get? 1200. Can you see 1200? Wow, we can see it here. How many times does 1200 goes in the table of 400? 3 times. Yes, 3 times 400 gives us 1200. We subtract it and we get 0. So how many laps does he run? He run, from here we answer, okay? He run 23 laps. Okay, let's try here. Now, estimate, then find the quotient. First of all, it means estimate means round off. So try to recall how to round off. Look at this. If you have 100, let's suppose here your main answer is 100, right? So if your answer is here 100, and so on the right side you have the 200, and on the left side you have 90, right? 0. Let's try do this one, 3 digits, okay? Now anything, if I have till 150, right? From 150 and onwards, right? In estimation, you round off to the 200. If anything, you will have less than 150, you will round off to 100. This is the first thing, that whenever any number is given to you, in order to round off, you find out that where my number is lying. Make the middle of that number. If that number is less than that number, you will take the bigger side. Otherwise, you will take the lower side. So for example, here 189, right? Now let's see here 189, wherever it is between the 100 and 200, right? Now in the middle of 100 and 200, it is 150. Now 189, if it is written, it is here, right? Which means it is near the 200. So 189 will be estimated to 200. And what is 7371? Let's try this one also. What is the estimate of 7371? Okay, look at this. Now 7371, it is between 7000 and 8000. And in the middle 7500. So 7371 is like on this side. So you will round off to 7000. So you will write here 7000 divided by 200. First, this is your estimate. Now let's try to find out your quotient. Okay, first with estimation quotient we will make it. No need to solve too much, just estimate and take the quotient. Okay, so here what we will do? We will here. Okay, now in this one, inside we will write 7000, outside we will write 200. Now here 3 digits, so you write here 3 digits. Write the times table of 200. So 200 one time, you add one more 200, so it gives you 400, so it is the second time. Again you add the 200, you get the 600, that is your third time. Then again you add the 200, you will get 800, is the fourth time. So how many times you want? 7000, right? So 7000 where? Between 800 you will take or 600? Of course you will take the lesser number. So 3 up. 3 times 200 gives you 600. Subtract. So 700 minus 600, it gives you 100. Bring the 0 down. So I will bring the 0 down. So it becomes 1000. Now again add 200 here. So it will give us 1000. So fifth time. So you want 1000. So 5 times 200 gives us 1000. So what is the answer? Estimate answer is 35. Now what is the quotient? Let's try one more time yourself. Okay, now pause the video and try to find out what would be the answer of 7371 divided by 189. Although they are not asking you, because they are only asking you to estimate and find the quotient. So no need to solve any question. No need to solve more. Just you write here quotient is 35 and here what you will do, estimate 7000 divided by 200. No need to do extra work. Okay, here 4032, a college student has 4032. He earned from working during the summer. If he earned 288 per week, how many weeks does he work? Okay, let's complete the division. Let's see here. 4032 and here 288. If you want to succeed, keep adding 288 first. Keep adding. So 8 plus 8, 6 down, 16. So 1 up. 8 plus 8, 16 plus 1, 17. 1 here. 2 plus 2, 4. 4 plus 1, 5. Okay, so this is our first step. Then again you add it. That is 288 add the. Okay, so 6 plus 8. 8, 14, 4 down, 1 up. 8 plus 8 is 16, 6 down, 1 up. 5, 6, 7, 8. Then again added, that is again added 288. So it is our third time, sorry. This is our first time, second time is 578. Then third time is 864. Again add them. So 12, 1, 8 and 6, 14 and 1, 5, 15, 8, 9, 10, 11, 1, 1, 5, 2 and so on. This is fourth time. Let's try and go over here. Here 3 digits, so inside also 3 digits. Now 280 times 8 times 1, 288, and if you add 288 more, so 576 is bigger than 403. So we will write one time what? 288. Now subtract. 8 doesn't goes from the 3, so you take the 1 here. But here it has 0. So what do? Take 1 here, it becomes 10. It becomes 3. Now 10, give 1 to this one. So it becomes 13 and it becomes 9. 13 minus 8, 5. 9 minus 8, 1. 3 minus 2 is 1. And now bring this 2 down. Now can you see here 1152? How many times? 4 times. So 4 up. 4 times 288 gives you 1152. And 1152 minus 1152 gives you 0. So complete the division problem and find the quotient. So the quotient is 14. Now let's see. An express train travels at a constant speed of 280 kilometers per hour. Keiko calculates the amount of time it would take to travel 3360. Her work is shown. Is Keiko's work correct? Explain your reasoning. Okay, let's see here. What is wrong and what is correct in him? Okay, Keiko's work is here. Let's see here. 3360 and here 280. So let's write the table of 280. 280 plus 280, 0, 8 at 16, 1, 2, 4 and 5. Then again we will make 280, add them. So it will be 0, 14, 1, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again 280. Then 0, 2, here 8, 9, 10, 11. Then again 280. 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1400 and so on. So I wrote something over here. So it is 1 time, then this is 2 time, this is 3 time and this is 4 time and this is 5 time. Let's try here. 3, let's do our work, okay? Let's do our work. So we write here 3360 and here 280. Outside in the divisor we have 3 digits, so inside we will take 3 digits. Now this is 560 and here 280, so we will take the smaller number. So 1 time 280. Subtract 0, 6 minus 0 is 6. Now we can't make 8 minus 3, so what we will do? We will borrow 1 and here what we will get? 2. So 13 minus 8 gives us 5 and 2 minus 2 is 0. Bring this 0 down. If you won't bring this down, this question will be wrong. So can you see here that he is bringing down, but okay, over here. Okay, then we have 2 times 2 times 560. So 128. Okay, when we when we bring it down, now 2 times means 2 times 280 times this 2 will gives us 560. Now subtract 0. Now what you have seen that in my answer I get 12 and in Keiko work it is 102. What you did, rather than writing this 0, one time he wrote the 0 down and same time he wrote the 0 up, which is wrong. You don't write the 0 initially until it is alone, okay, or you cannot divide it, otherwise 12 is correct. So 280 times 12 gives us 3360.